People always ask like how I do what I do. It's literally because I try to maintain my stretching at all times. Some days, especially if I feel tight, I like force myself to go longer. Like I'll hold each stretch for 4 minutes, which is kind of a long time. Especially if it's tight right here, you're like, okay, this is gonna be the longest 4 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
But as you keep breathing and kind of get into it more, it's just good to keep it loose. I think the most common mistake with handstands is people will go and they'll be here, like they'll try to handstand like this, but it's just like an overhead squat or putting any weight overhead. You want to extend so that you use your arms to stabilize and not only stabilize but to be stronger. Because you're not strong like this, if you're trying to hold weight, it's going to start getting heavy. So to make it lighter, you're going to push, you know, and use your strength to keep that up there. So it's the same with the handstand essentially. It's like an overhead squat but upside down. So if you're like this, your body's going to want to start coming down. And then you can't balance because you're not stable. So to get stable, you gotta extend and be strong and keep your body tight. And then you can balance and you're like, okay. You're not strong here rather than being here. You're stronger there. And then in that position, you could kind of do whatever as long as you're keeping that stability. You can move, but if you're like, if you wanna be out, you can't bend, you gotta be strong. So whatever position that you're in, wanna make sure that you're extending to try to use as much arm muscle that you can. Handstand walks, to learn, at least how I learned, I try to put them like where I wanted to go. So if I wanted to walk that way, I try to kind of like arch my back a little bit to get my feet going that way. Because especially if someone's not necessarily stable in their handstand, their feet will start coming this way. And then obviously if your feet are this way, you can't walk that way because you're just working against yourself. So I kind of tell people to force their legs just slightly that way or the direction that you want to go. So it just kind of like pulls you, you know? So yeah, when people are first learning, it's not necessarily a walk. They're kind of like trying to catch themselves. So you put your feet that way and then you try to catch yourself and then all of a sudden you start learning how to like stabilize that and then you're really walking.
Right.
But